Dwire Field of the Skies matchup. It is senior night for the Mason Comets as the Sycamore Aviators are taking on the Mason Comets. Hi again, everybody. I'm Daniel Panetti, joined alongside Isaac Vargo and Trevor Rose. Gentlemen, it's great to be sharing these seats with you. Playoff football right around the corner, but the Comets have a big one here in the final week of the regular season.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the Battle of the Skies. It's a matchup you play for every year, and it's a game that you get a trophy for. Week 10 is a great opportunity for this Mason team to get at 500. It's a big game in playoff implications. It's a game that the Comets can get to try and get a home playoff game, which is a lot different if they cannot win this game and they'll drop to an away game.
Absolutely. The Comets are looking for their first home playoff game since our freshman years, just about 4 years ago. Looking in with Sycamore, Battle of the Skies, this game really originated in 2012. That's when they gave out the first trophy, and the Comets are looking to even the record between the Comets and the Aviators at 10-10 overall since that time.
Yeah, and the Comets, they're coming into today coming off of a big win versus Coleraine. It was a 38-21 win, getting them back into that middle pack of the GMC. They had lost 3 straight, and now you're at that point at the kind of the end of the regular season where you have your 2 easiest opponents in the Coleraine Cardinals and the Sycamore Aviators with a chance to kind of beginning on a high note going into the playoffs with potentially facing Fairfield Oak Hills. We'll see who that ends up being tonight, but the offense of the Comets, they finally showed out, and it took a lot with that 38-point victory.
Yeah, and it's the truth with D'Angelo Birch coming back. He's your guy. He's going to be your best player, and the reason why, if you go far in the playoffs, he's going to be your main anchor. And he did a really good job in that game. He got in the end zone twice with 90 yards rushing, and it was multiple Comets on this team. Torian Wiggins got back in the end zone. We'll mention him later today, but he had 2 touchdowns last year against Sycamore in this game. So a lot of Comets did a great job. The defense you would like to see a little bit better. Coleraine obviously coming into that game was number 1 in the GMC in passing, but you would hope that this Mason, especially the secondary, can figure it out, especially coming into playoff time.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to be the biggest things that they have to really worry about in this playoffs, especially if they do end up continuing and staying at the 8 or 9 seed and playing either Fairfield or Oak Hills. If they do win that game, they might have to go on the road to go play Elder in the Pit. Elder has been phenomenal this year. Obviously, they're 9-0, but they're also a passing team. Most of these teams in these playoffs are going to be heavy passing teams, so your secondary is going to have to really show out tonight and kind of make sure that they're sound in that secondary to not allow that many passing yards.
Yeah, and talk about the secondary. This feels like the perfect chance to get right before the playoffs. Sycamore, they've struggled offensively in both the pass game and the run game, trying to figure out any sort of way to get on the board. So the Comets secondary, you have those senior leaders in Emerson Bikey and some of the guys back there. Alex Brown, he's more the front 7, but he does like to drop back into coverage. So the Comets, you have this game versus Sycamore. Sycamore, they've been struggling all year. The team that lost to Coleraine, that was their first victory in 2 years. So you have that defense who's been struggling, and going into the playoffs, you have to have your best players playing like the best players. We mentioned it a couple of times this year. On the defensive side, Alex Brown's got to be his best. Emerson Bikey's got to be his best. Jake Kelling's got to be his best. Going over to the offensive side, offense has to be producing. Put up 38 versus Coleraine. That number has to be staying good, because if you're facing a Sycamore team here in the Battle of the Skies, the team you put up 29 points against last year, and you don't put up a great offensive showing, that can be crucial going into the playoffs where you're probably going to be facing a good defensive team.
Yeah, here's the deal. I think Coach Kastner had a tough schedule at the beginning of the season. I think he wanted to test his team earlier in the season. Lakota West, Lakota East, some of the teams to mention, but in this late part of the season, the last 2 weeks, this is kind of the recovery phase. This is the things that you're going to want to win the game, obviously, but you also want to focus on the important things. You want to focus on not causing mistakes, because this is the moment. Sycamore has struggled all year. They're 0-9, as we've mentioned, but this is the time to get right. As Daniel mentioned, we really hope that this Mason team can figure it out, especially on this defensive side, but also getting the ball movement.
Yeah, you want to get as much momentum as you can heading into this postseason. You see how many times momentum helps you win in games like this. And especially you're going into a game, you're going against one of your biggest rivals in the Sycamore Aviators, Battle of the Skies. This is a game that in the GMC everyone looks forward to, other than obviously the Lakota East, Lakota West, the East-West rivalry. That's a big game too. But the Comets really are looking to grab some momentum as they head into the postseason. Like Daniel said, this is a get-right game for your defense. And if your offense has to be stellar heading into the playoffs, that's where defense can really win you championships. And that's where the Comets defense really has to step up as well.
Hey, gentlemen, a big part going into today's game and the season of the Comets in general was the addition of their new offensive coordinator, Scott Totillo, who was the Sycamore head coach last year. In the past 20-plus years, he's the most winningest coach in Sycamore history, was the two-time coach of the year. So a guy who obviously knows this Sycamore team probably better than almost anybody at this stadium is going to. So you have that little bit of advantage. You're facing somebody who was at Sycamore leading that helm for 20-plus years for the Aviators, a guy who, brought them to some of their best seasons just a couple years ago, 2 years ago. This is a team that was fighting for the GMC with some guys like Eugene Harney and a couple others, but now he's running your offense. He's calling the shots. He knows what the Sycamore defense is going to be looking like, so that's a nice little kind of cushion for D'Angelo Birch. Brandon Birdsong is that, the prep going into this game has probably been some of the most cut and dry, straightforward they've had all year.
Yeah, you mentioned Eugene and Harvey. The last time both these teams played on this field, Sycamore took the trophy from the Comets, and it was kind of a Comet barrage in the start of the 20s. But Mason, in the last year, they got the trophy back. But you got to think they're going to want to pour it on senior night. All these seniors that lost that game in the sophomore season, one of the better seasons Mason's had in the last couple of years, they're going to want to do anything they can to end this game early.
Yeah, and no matter what the record is between these two teams, whatever team that is going to try to come out victorious is going to want to pour it on, no matter how big the score is, no matter how much better the other team may be compared to the other. They're going to want to score as many points as they can. There's bad blood between these two teams, and I 100% expect it to be like that tonight in this game.
Yeah, and I think another big part that we haven't mentioned is this Comet front seven is likely going to have an incredible game tonight. We talk about Big John Hendricks, Juan Bates, Big Brian O, a couple guys on this defensive line. This has been one of the best aspects of this Mason team this year. It's been their ability to generate some pressure and get to the quarterback. And you're facing a team with their quarterback, Ty Thomas, who's been having to run a little bit this year. And John Hendricks, he loves seeing that. Juan Bates, he loves seeing that. Getting into the backfield, it feels like every time we're calling games, we're saying their names a lot. So there's a big chance for them on the defensive side. That front seven, Alex Brown, Dave Hutton, a couple other guys, they're going to be feasting tonight.
Yeah, and you talk about on the Sycamore side, it's less of senior night for them, and it's more of the sophomore, Zach Branham. He's been their best player all year in the rushing attack and the receiving game. He leads both categories. He has the most touchdowns on this team, so they're going to want to move him around and kind of confuse this Comet team as much as possible. Sycamore has nothing to lose in this game. They're 0-9. This is almost their playoff game. This is the last game of the season for them, so you got to expect they're going to be going guns blazing, anything they can to try and get this Comet team on its side to start this game.
Yeah, I agree with that, Isaac. Sycamore's going to come out firing. Branham is going to come out trying to change this game. We saw last year, one of the very first plays of this game, this Battle of the Skies game, was a Trey Meadows long touchdown, a deep ball. That was the only points that the Aviators were able to muster in that game, in that 29-7 victory that the Comets had last year. They're going to come out firing. They're going to come out and try to have another one of those tonight.
Absolutely, guys. And I think another big thing, going over back to the offensive side, if the Comets are going to want to be big contenders in the playoffs, now is the game to get that passing game going. Comets, they've been built off of the run all year. They've had so many performances. Last week, over 300 rushing yards versus the Coleraine Cardinals defense. But if you're want to be competing with some of the Molders, with some of the Lakotas, with some of those other teams in the playoff race, you're going to be needing to put the ball in the air, and you're going to need to do it successfully. You lost Jamie and Martin. You still have Torian Wiggins, Chris Hubbard, some guys like that. But here's that chance. You can get that pass game going into the playoffs where you're going to be facing Oak Hills or Fairfield, who's built off of their defense. If you're able to get more of that chemistry going in this type of game, obviously the run game's going to play a major part. Alex Noggle, Brandon Birdsong, a couple other guys, Cannon McBarry even. It is senior night, so we'll be seeing a lot of him. You do want to get that passing game going and feel good about that going into next week.
Yeah, and with this Mason offense, you can't talk about offense without D'Angelo Birch. He missed 2 games before returning last week, but he's this motor. We saw the last couple of years. He started at Mason his freshman year, in the last 2 years, in sophomore and junior year, he won the GMC with Princeton. And what a great job he did there. He can do it running, and he can also throw the ball. So what a great chance for him to do it on senior night, and for him to do it in front of this Sycamore team that he might not have had a bad blood with when he was for Princeton. It's a lot different when you come to the Mason Comets, especially on this homecoming night.
Yeah, absolutely. And then there is still possibly a chance. I talked to Jamie Martin earlier. There is still probably a chance that he can come back for either tonight's game or next week again in the postseason. There is still a chance that we can see Jamie Martin. And if he does come back, how much are the Comets really going to use him? Are they going to use him more in that run game that Torian Wiggins has been using? Obviously, Martin is one of the faster guys on this team. Or are they going to use him more in the deep ball way? Get him in open space and try to get him downfield and use him very strategically. You got to play him like chess.
It's senior night. It's the Battle of the Skies. It's the last regular season. A lot of these guys will be playing at Dwire Field. We'll send it to a break here on ICRC. Join us back. We'll get over some GMC lookouts. Stay tuned.
Can't believe you're doing this alone.
I've done it before.
I remember. You threw your back out. How you holding up?
Hand me that board.
Nothing wrong with getting help.
I'm good.
I did it when Felicia left.
I'll figure it out.
I know you will, but you don't have to do it alone. That's all I'm saying.
If I promise to look into it, will you drop it and help me build this fence?
Now you need my help.
It can be a real pain sometimes, you know that?
Mm-hmm.
If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
All right, our first item of business is a presentation, which is a swearing in of a new officer.
A Freeze-on Mayor with Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus.
Merry Christmas. Himself inside the 10. Touchdown, Marymount. To the top of the key. Anna Habra ties the score.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
you're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
People couldn't see my potential, so I had to show them.
I've run this place for 20 years, but I still need to prove that I'm more than what you see on paper.
Today, I'm the CEO of my own company.
It's the way my mind works. I have a very mechanical brain.
Why are we not rethinking this?
I am more.
I'm more
than who I am on paper.
And we welcome you back into Dwire Field to continue this pregame show for the Battle of the Skies here on senior night at Mason. Let's take a look at this GMC conference before we go into tonight. Last week it was a Princeton clinch after Middletown was taken down in that game, so they clinched the GMC for another year in a row. The Vikings have been kind of running away clear with this conference the past couple of years.
Yeah, and this year it was kind of a lot of teams in that mix in the first 5 weeks, and one of those teams being Mason. Middletown has obviously been there till the end, but Lakota West was in there. But you talk about Princeton, no matter what, they lost their quarterback a little late. No matter what, they're going to be the team the last 5 years. Zion Neal has kind of been that quarterback for them, the Wildcat. What an athlete he is, man. Probably the best athlete you could say in the GMC. He can change the game. He's a game changer. And then you got Landon Meary on the outside, Arizona State commit. He's more of that tight end role, biggest guy on the field, and he's just a mismatch for anybody.
And you can see that stat there at the bottom of the screen. Outscoring GMCs by 20-plus points. That is a huge stat, especially in the GMC, probably one of the harder conferences in the Cincinnati area. Obviously, you can make arguments for any conference in the Cincinnati area, but the GMC probably one of the hardest ones. After their first game loss against Moeller, they have won 8 straight games. They have not lost a single GMC game this season. They play Middletown tonight on their senior night. I expect just a great game between the two of them.
Absolutely. When we look at second down, it's the Middletown Middies, who the Comets had played here at Dwire Field just a couple weeks ago. It's a 37-7 commanding victory for the Middies. But the Middies, they have a little bit of injury problems right now. And now this Middletown versus Princeton game this week that was looking to be one of the biggest games of the year, it doesn't have much implications now for the GMC Conference after they lost last week Princeton had clinched the GMC. So they're finding some injury problems. They still have a couple of nice guys, Dimitri and James. They got both of their wide receivers, both of the Reeds looking good. So this is a team that's outside of the playoff conference, that the Princeton and the Mason that they're in. So they're having a good seed. They look good going into the playoffs, but they've got a big test going into Princeton this Friday tonight and seeing what they're going to have for the playoffs.
Yeah, you talk about momentum. It's a huge part when it goes in the playoffs. The difference between beating Princeton on the road and getting dominated is a huge difference with confidence when it comes down to the playoffs. But just a guy that went out for the season. Their best player, Joseph Ward, is out for the season. So it's going to be Justin Bourne is going to be your guy at quarterback. So something to mention, he's actually a Utah commit, is Joseph Ward. He's going there as a tight end, believe it or not. How good of a job has he done at quarterback for not even really being a quarterback? So Justin Bourne is going to be the new guy, but what a chance he has to prove himself in this. He's also a senior.
Yeah, absolutely. Bourne has been great. And then, obviously, Middletown having their best season since 2011. They are currently right now in Region 2 of the playoffs. They are the 1 seed. They can clinch the 1 seed tonight with a win or a Troy, Lebanon, or Findlay loss tonight. They can clinch the 1 seed. Looking to bounce back after a tough loss against Hamilton. Hamilton handing them their third loss of the year. Second loss of the year, but getting their third win of the year. 14-10 was the final score. They got 2 clutch interceptions in that game to really seal the game for the Big Blue. And the Big Blue, obviously, they're on track to try to get a playoff spot tonight. They play Coleraine in a game that they have to kind of win.
Lakota West, they're third in the GMC Conference. Gentlemen, the big news going into this week was the return of one of their running backs, Braden Johnson, who was not on the team. He quit to kind of focus on baseball, but he said, all right, it's getting time to playoffs. This team's looking good. I want to come back and play some football. So Coach Bolden let him back on, and how much of an explosion can that bring to this Lakota West team, having not only him but Norman as well, who's been taking control of this Lakota West offense. Him, Smith, the quarterback. They had Tyson Davis, who went down with an injury, but they got a couple other guys. Jaden Brogdon at wide receiver. He's made a couple of plays this year for this Lakota team. So this Lakota team, they had a couple of bad losses. Princeton, Fairfield, that's coming back to bite them a little bit. That 10-7 loss at Fairfield, but they're still looking good. They have Lakota East today, but this is a team that can make a run.
Yeah, Braden Johnson, something I've never seen. I mean, you talk about a 3-star that quit the sport almost to focus on baseball. He's a D1 baseball commit. He's going to the University of Dayton. But you talk about the biggest matchup of the year, coming off your couch and playing Lakota East. I mean, what a story that is. And then you talk about Kenyon Norman. He's been the guy all year. It's not like Braden Johnson's just going to come off the bench and just sub in for him. Kenyon Norman has held his own all year and shown that he's the main guy as well. Tyson Davis has had a breakout year. That started against our Mason Comets. He had his first 100-yard season of his career. So there's multiple guys on this team that can win you a game. It's going to be a handful for Lakota East.
Absolutely. I like to see what Coach Bolden does with Johnson, whether or not they're going to really rotate him in at that running back position, or if they're going to go with the special teams route. Make him go back there and return some kicks. Take some pressure off of Tyson Davis. Tyson Davis has been their return specialist almost all season. And I think that would be able to take some pressure off of him so he can focus more on the offense. And then they are a no-fly zone. They are the best passing defense going against probably the best passing offense in Lakota East. Lakota East has completely revolutionized their offense since Kitna came into the scene 3 years ago, but East has not beaten this Lakota West team since 2018.
Absolutely. Talk about Lakota West versus Lakota East. Let's go on to Lakota East. They're sitting right below the Firebirds in the GMC standings. Trevor, you talked about this offense, how explosive that they've been this season, putting up multi-point games, multi-score games multiple times this year. And this is a team that came into Dwire Field and put up about 40 points and lost because of this Comet team and D'Angelo Birch having one of their best games offensively. But this East team, a couple years ago, they were around dead last in the GMC. And then you got a new coach. You got some new players that came in. You lost Zion Neal going into this season, but they've still been able to produce as an offense so well this season. But the thing that's been keeping them back is that defense. It kind of feels like the Mason Comets a little bit. That offense is producing, and the defense, the secondary, is kind of holding you back a little bit. They have a huge test today versus Lakota West.
Yeah, the defense is definitely a problem, but you talk about a superstar. It's going to be the best player on the field, Ryder Hooks. He's the #1 rusher in program history, and he's kind of revolutionized this team. Yeah, coaching's going to get you there, and John Kinna has done a phenomenal job. But, man, you talk about Ryder Hooks. He is a superstar for this rushing attack, and he can win you a game any way you can, and it's going to be a phenomenal game, of course. It's Lakota East and Lakota West. It's the game of the year in the GMC every year, and it's just even better that both teams have absolutely playmakers on both sides.
Yeah, absolutely, Isaac and Daniel. I mean, you look at this game, you say Ryder Hooks probably being one of the better players. You can't forget about Neil Knutson. Neil Knutson, #2 in the GMC in passing yards. The only person above him is the Coleraine Cardinal quarterback, Roman Garr. Roman Garr, he's also had a great year. But Knutson, only a sophomore. He's going to be commanding this team for the next 3 years as he steps into this scene. He goes against a very tough passing defense. We just mentioned it with Lakota West. They have the best passing defense in the league. But Lakota East, the most yards per game. They are undefeated at home as the West is going to East tonight. Let's see if they can keep up their undefeated streak at home this season.
Absolutely, and talk about Knutson. He's already breaking records as a sophomore. What a future that team has. Let's take a look at the Fairfield Indians as well. Right around in that middle pack of the GMC, this team pulled up one of the biggest upsets of the GMC this year, and that's when they took down Lakota West in those early weeks and made that kind of stunning win in the GMC. And you have a team like Fairfield that's built off defense. And this is a team that Mason went to, and they were just a yard away from taking that. And how big that 1 yard is looking at this Fairfield season. It just shows how much of a game of inches that football can be. So you have the Fairfield team who has that opportunity and has those shots that they've already shown this year of being able to take down some big teams. They have the biggest game of the year this year, trying to fight for a playoff spot.
Yeah, absolutely. Season on the line. You're going to need your guys to show up. And you mentioned Fairfield. If they win this game, they have a good chance of getting a home game. And their maybe biggest win of the year, you had Lakota West at home. That was obviously an upset at the time. Maybe now you look at it, and Fairfield, it was less of a good win. Lakota West is making them look a little less good. But I think the biggest game of the year was Fairfield taking down the Mason Comets. And that was a huge game. Mason was kind of the favorites going into that game, but Fairfield did a good job of holding their own, and at home they're probably one of the toughest teams to play in the GMC, so it's scary for whoever plays them next, especially if it ends up being a road team going to Fairfield.
Yeah, absolutely. As you can see, Fairfield is winless on the road this season. They have to go to Oak Hills tonight. Oak Hills may be missing probably their biggest key component of the year. Max Rhodes, probably the best defensive player on this team, possibly out tonight for the Oak Hill Highlanders. He leads the GMC in tackles at 115. For reference, second place, 89 tackles. He has almost 30 more tackles than the second place guy in the GMC. Max Rhodes is phenomenal. And then, as you mentioned, Daniel, Triumph wins and gets you into the playoffs.
Absolutely, and we kind of stay on that Fairfield Oak Hills side. Looking at the Oak Hills Highlanders, like you mentioned, Max Rose was kind of that centerpiece. He was that nucleus of the defense of Oak Hills, and now you look, you might be without him. That's a huge blow to the Highlanders, and this is an Oak Hills team that almost pulled up an upset of their own. They had the Princeton Vikings just a couple weeks ago, and that came down to a last-second touchdown from Caleb Miller, making that a 30-27 win for Princeton. But they almost took down the GMC champs. I mean, Oak Hills and Fairfield have shown that they can compete with pretty much anybody in the GMC, and now you got those two fighting together, fighting for a playoff spot, win and in. I mean, this Oak Hills team, yeah, you're missing one of your best players, but they got some other guys as well. They got that wide receiver 3-star who has been showing so much promise this year. This Oak Hills team, you can't count them out even while losing their best player.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not the team with all the superstars. As you mentioned before, Cordell Ball is that guy on the outside. He is a really good playmaker, and he's the guy you're going to have to lean on him in this game. Max Rhodes is a dog. He's the guy, you're going to miss him for sure, because he's the guy that's kind of kept this defense alive. When there's big plays, he's made those big plays and limited those big plays. And when it comes down to it, when you lose him, you're going to need someone to step up on that defense. And Fairfield, when they have Dominic back and these multiple guys that can beat you on the offensive end, they're going to have to step up on the defensive end. But it also does help that you are at home. You do have the season on the line, so you have a lot to play for.
Absolutely, and you saw Mason go into Oak Hills not that long ago, week 4 actually. They're riding off that Lakota East win. They had just broken their 2-game losing streak against Springboro and Lakota West. They go into that game, the Comets are up early, and then it gets shut down. They can hang with any team in the GMC. Daniel mentioned it, the 30-27 win loss over Princeton. They can hang with any team here, and I expect them to have a great game tonight again against Fairfield. Obviously, this is going to be the game that every Mason Comet fan is going to be looking out for. If Fairfield drops this game, the Comets win tonight, they're almost guaranteed a home playoff game.
Absolutely. So what a game it's going to be. Last team to look at is the Hamilton Big Blue, and it's been a bit of a roller coaster for them this year. This is a team that's hung with almost everybody they play, but it's just not been able to pull out in those last couple of moments. We take a look at Mason versus Hamilton. It was at Hamilton. They had a big lead, but the Comets forced that comeback to come back and take that win, and that's kind of been the story of the Hamilton team this year. And, you know, they're still not out of playoff contention, but it's a bit of a long shot. They need a win, and they need a lot of help going into it.
Yeah, you're talking about a team that is also can stay in a lot of games. Hamilton has lost very close games against really good teams. Their guy is the running back. It's Andre Bailey. He has been really good all year. At the beginning of the season, he was the best running back, even over Ryder Hooks. So he's the guy, you like a guy like that. You can control the tempo. He's a running back, so he can get you 3-4 yards per carry. So what an opportunity, again, for Hamilton, that they can get a great win.
Yeah, absolutely. The Big Blue heading into this game, they have won the last 2. They were 1-4 in the GMC. Then they head in. They're now 3-5 heading into this game. If they're able to get the win tonight, they can really, and a Western Hills loss is what they need. They need a win and a Western Hills loss, and they are pretty much in the playoffs. Obviously, they'll be the 12 seed having to travel on the road, probably to Whitten Woods. As of right now, that's what they are. They have to travel on the road to go play Whitten Woods, the 5 seed in the Region 4 playoffs. But Hamilton's still a great team. Their lefty quarterback has been very good this year. And then Andre Bailey, like you just mentioned, phenomenal running back. And he was ranked over Ryder Hooks earlier this season.
Any given Friday, it shows in the GMC. There's a lot that can change tonight in those standings in the conference. We'll set it up to a break. Gentlemen, the next time we're back, we get to make some picks tonight. Stay tuned here on ICRC TV. We'll be back in just a moment.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
You're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
All right, our first item of business is a presentation, which is a swearing in of a new officer.
A Free-on Mayor with Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus.
Merry Christmas. Himself inside the 10. Touchdown, Marymount. From the top of the key. Anna Harbor ties the score.
And we welcome you back into the Dwire Field pregame show here on ICRC TV. It's senior night for the Comets, Battle of the Skies. But we got some game picks to make, gentlemen. I'm Daniel Panetti, joined alongside Isaac Vargo, Trevor Rose on the far side. Start out with this first game. It's an ECC matchup, ECC showdown. Lebanon taking on Winton Woods. We look at this game last year. It was a 28-14 win for Winton Woods. Lebanon, they were up 14-0, almost going up 20-0, but they were stopped at the 1, then 28 unanswered for Winton Woods as they went on to win. As you look at these two teams, they're both 7-2, fighting for that a bit of a top seed in their playoff region. Gentlemen, I think this is going to stay with Winton Woods this year. I think they did it last year. This is one of the best defenses that you will see in not just ECC but high school football. They almost came away versus Anderson last week, one of the best teams in the Cincinnati area. Give me Winton Woods.
Yeah, Winton Woods, a really good team. They almost beat Anderson, like you said. They were up 24-6 at one point. They've kind of been the mainstream team. It's kind of been Kings, Anderson, and they've lost those games by a combined 4 points. So they are very close to being the top team in the ECC. Lebanon's kind of the new team on the squad. They were 4-7, 7-4, 7-5, and this is their first time trying to get to 8 wins in a long time. I can't give it to them. I got to give it to Winton Woods, but a really good team Lebanon's got over there in a bright future.
Yeah, absolutely, and I got to go ahead and agree. Winton Woods is going to take this one tonight. Winton Woods, obviously, they're in the division. They're obviously in the region, in Region 4. They bump up to Division 1 the last season. They were phenomenal last season. They had a top 5 seed. They had a great time, and then they were unable to make it past the second round. But I have a feeling tonight that they are going to get the win against the Warriors and then move on in the playoffs and potentially be a contender.
Yeah, we look at this next game. It's the Lakota rivalry. We were talking about it a little bit earlier, that West versus East matchup. Ever since the split in 1997, these two teams have not liked each other. It's been a big rivalry over the past, how many years has it been? We look at this team, we've previewed it a little bit in the GMC standings, but you get Braden Johnson back, that elevates your offense so much. And you have a Lakota West defense that's already been so good towards the top of the GMC. I think you have guys Jackson Smith, Kenyon Norman, Braden Johnson. As much as me being a Mason fan, it's hard to pick for them. You got to give me the Firebirds.
Yeah, you know, what a great game it's going to be. Lakota East at home, obviously, but you know what? I don't think Jackson Smith is as good as we think. I don't think that Braden Johnson is going to have a very good game. He hasn't played in 9 weeks. It doesn't matter how good you are. If you're throwing out Megatron, it doesn't matter. You've got to have some experience going into a game against Lakota East. Give me Lakota East to win the game in the Battle of Lakotas at home. I think their quarterback and their offense can win the game.
I mean, we look at this game. Neil Knudsen has had a phenomenal year. Ryder Hooks has had a phenomenal year. Lakota has all overall. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dwire Field as we get underway with Battle of the Skies senior night action between the Mason Comets and the Sycamore Aviators. I'm Trevor Rose here with my broadcast partner, James Froelich. And James, a night that the Comets are wanting to win, obviously, for the seniors on this team, but for prime playoff positioning.
Oh, yeah, these Comets, they're ready to play. They're ready to get into the playoffs. They're ready to build up some momentum, get themselves in a good spot, possibly get a home playoff game. And this is the best opponent to do it. Battle of the Skies, going for that trophy. And this is just the best matchup for senior night, Battle of the Skies, into the playoffs.
The Battle of the Skies trophy was originated in 2012, and now we go into another year as the pigskin flies. The Comets will start with the ball. Picked up by Jake Helling about the 13-yard line. He'll take it up midfield. He cuts to the outside. There he goes. Cuts back in, and he'll be wrestled down right about the 45-yard line at the 46, and that is where the Comet offense is going to set up shop. And here comes the senior quarterback, D'Angelo Birch. He was hurt against Middletown, didn't play last week, comes in, and obviously the scoreboard showed it. The Comets lit that game up with a 38-21 victory over the Coleraine Cardinals. Comets offensively have been very good this season. McBarry in the backfield. They'll hand it off to him. He'll take it up the middle. He'll get close to the first down marker. Hughes tackle just across the 45-yard line in Aviator territory. It will be a gain of 9, 2nd and 1.
When you look at this Mason Comets team, all season they've been built on the run. Doesn't look like they're going to stop that today. I mean, they already got really good pickup of yards. They've gotten about 188.1 rushing yards per game. One of the top in the GMC, as they're going to keep that going tonight and keep that offense rolling.
Wiggins in the wing on the far side. Birch. He'll give it to Wiggins. Wiggins takes it to the outside. He has lead blockers. He gets one man to miss. He cuts back inside to the 5. Touchdown, Comets. Torian Wiggins with the jet sweep. Lead blockers on the outside, and the Comets already with the advantage, 6-0 over the Aviators.
What a play by Torian Wiggins, the receiver. Just able to cut those blocks. Those blockers, I mean, respect for them. They were able to hold their blocks, hold their man, give Wiggins enough room to make a man miss, and get the Comets a touchdown in the first couple minutes here.
Exactly what you wanted on this senior night. Wiggins, his first carry, goes 45 yards for a Comet touchdown. Gogol's kick is up, and it is perfect through the uprights. A 7-0 lead for the Comets. We are just 59 seconds into the game. As you can see the replay, great lead blockers on the outside. There's Garby, the sophomore, and then Wiggins able to cut it back inside and just go the distance.
Like I said, great play by the blockers, just giving him enough time to be able to make a man miss, work his magic, and be able to get that touchdown.
Absolutely. The last man that was pretty much standing was the junior, Rylan Key, number 34. Obviously, Wiggins able to juke him out and take it to the end zone for a Comet touchdown. Now, Gogol will set to kick it off to the Aviators. The Aviators' offense hasn't been phenomenal this season. Obviously, they're really built around trying to pass the ball. They don't really run the ball well. Only 55 yards a game on the ground. 2-place 55-yard drive touchdown by the Comets, by the way, on that one. The 55 yards on the ground per game, 86 in the air. They're only averaging 6 points a game.
Yeah, when you look at them, they're trying to play more balanced, but leaning towards the passing game, and they just haven't been able to get it done on the scoreboard, and that's just been a big problem for the Sycamore team. And if they're going to win this game tonight, they're going to need to ignite that passing game, ignite that running game, and just play nearly perfect offense to be able to get this win against this Comet defense led by Alex Brown.
Absolutely, as Gogol's kick goes out of bounds, and you mentioned Alex Brown, the senior captain. He starts in the middle of the field for the Comets tonight. In the front 7, Juan Bates, John Hendricks, Brian O, and Drake Johnson, loaded with seniors on this front 4. The quarterback, Ty Thompson, the junior, in the pistol. He'll hand it off on the far side. Makes one man miss. He will continue going past the 40 to just about the 45, and a penalty marker thrown, as there's going to be a late hit on the Comets. Tack on 15 after the play.
That was a great run by the running back, Thomas Suggs. He was patient. He was letting the blockers give him space, give him a lane to get through, and he was able to get a really good pickup for the Sycamore offense.
It's number 16, Zachary Brannon, the sophomore. Dead ball, personal foul on the Comets. Tack on 15 after the play. So already the Aviators in plus territory at the Comet 40-yard line after a big-time run by Brom. And then the penalty marker on number 26, it was Brandon Birdsong, guilty of the late hit. Brom in the backfield again. False start called on the edge. Deontay Smoot, the sophomore receiver, on the near side. That was drawn false start, and that will push him back 5 to the 45-yard line. Obviously, crowd noise probably a big factor in the reason that he was jumping off sides on that one. So they come back with the same set again. Thomas, hand off to Brom again, and he is stood up in the backfield. Brian O, the first one to get there. And there is the first tackle for loss on the night. Makes it second and about 20.
Yeah, that makes for Brian O's 3rd and a half tackle for a loss all season. And he's been a great player, really effective for the Comets with 22 total tackles and 12 by himself. He's just been great for this D-line, for this Comet defense.
Obviously, the big guys up front. Part of the reason why this rushing defense is so good for this Comet team. 117 yards allowed per game, which is 5th in the GMC. Hand it off again. He'll get about 4 before he's tackled down, maybe 3. It will be 3rd and about 17. The handoff to number 38, DeMonte Burton, the senior running back.
If you're Sycamore here on this 3rd down, you're going to try to get it to one of your best playmakers in Deontay Smoot, Tommy Hawk. You're going to want to try to get to those guys, get that pickup, build some momentum, make the black hole, the Mason student section quiet, build some momentum, and try to get some points on the board.
They also have to watch out for Zachary Braun as well. Thomas, ready to throw. There he goes. The throw is away. Caught inside the 35 to about the 34. It's still going to be short. It'll be 4th and 4, and the Aviators are looking to go for it.
If you're the Aviators here, what is the play? I mean,
I feel like you have to give this ball to Branham. He's your best player. He's quick. You saw how he was on that first play. He can be explosive. I think you try to either do a little, you see him at the top of the screen. He goes in the slot. Maybe do a little slant pass to him. Maybe even a screen, mid-screen as they set. They'll fake the handoff. They throw it incomplete. Great coverage there on the intended target. It was Davin Mesway able to knock it away, and that will be a turnover on downs. First down, Comets.
What a play by Mesway. I mean, the Aviators, they had a really good play going, a little bit of a fake, play action, try to get that quick slant, get the ball out of Thomas's hands, but Mesway, he had the great hands on the ball. Perfect defense.
It's that RPO that they ran right there that has been so effective for them for every team against this Comet team this season. Obviously, Lakota West was the main ones that really used that RPO to use. Birch in the backfield, Noggle to his hip. Birch looking to throw. He throws it, completed to Newhouse. Gets past the first down marker to the 50. It will be a gain of 15 yards. First down for the Comets on the shovel pass by Birch.
Great play by Birch there. I mean, you kind of faked out that D-line, faked out the linebacker, made it look like you were maybe going to scramble, try to get some yards in the run, but you just flipped that out, get some way more yards to Newhouse, and getting some momentum in the first down.
Absolutely. It looked like he was going to get brought down there and just kind of desperately threw that one to Newhouse. It'll be a keep to Birch. Takes it. He'll get about 6. It will be 2nd and 4 on the first down carry by the quarterback, Birch. This is more of a kind of a stat-packed game so far that, I mean, you're going to look at this game, obviously. The Comets obviously having the advantage in the game as we come back. Birch in the pistol with Noggle behind him. In motion is Wiggins. They'll give it to Noggle up the middle, and he is met almost immediately at the line of scrimmage. He'll gain maybe 1, 3rd and 3. But this is kind of a game where you give your seniors their time in the game. You don't really, obviously you have to score points in order to win this game, but you don't have to worry about scoring and being in a shootout that you've been in a lot this season.
Exactly. I mean, the Comets, what they're trying to go for here, they're trying to build the seniors, try to get them to finish strong, get a good finish tonight at Sycamore before playoffs.
There goes Birch. He'll take it himself at the 20, 15. That's where he will be tackled out of bounds at the 10-yard line. A great quarterback power there by D'Angelo Birch, drawn up by Coach DiTillo, the former Sycamore Aviator head coach, now Comet offensive coordinator. First and goal for the Comets.
DiTillo this year, his main play has been running with the quarterbacks. I mean, they love to use their quarterbacks in the run game, and it's been pretty effective all year as D'Angelo Birch, surprisingly as a quarterback, being one of the top rushers in the GMC as a quarterback.
And a penalty marker called, and it will be offsides on the Aviators. 1st and 5, they inch closer to the goal line. Now it will be 1st and 5, 1st and goal at the 5. Birch getting his play calls. They do kind of a turbo offense, kind of what you would see in college. The quarterback, goes up, tries to draw him off sides, and then he'll turn to the sidelines, try to get his play, and then he'll go back and run the play. And that's what the Comets have used this season, and it's worked masterfully.
Yeah, you barely see this Comet team in a huddle. Rarely ever. Because they love to kind of play fast. They love to have the option to be able to play fast or to play slow, however they so choose.
It was Birch. Intended target was Noggle on the throw. A penalty marker flies. See what it would be. Whether it would be on the Comets or on the Aviators. If it was on the Aviators, it would only be half the distance to the goal. Holding. Defense, and it will be half the distance to the goal, so they'll be at the 2.5-yard line. That's where the Comets will still get 1st and goal.
At this point, in this yard area to goal, all season, they've started it when it's 1st down, running with D'Angelo Birch. Using that big body, getting him that touchdown.
They call a different play. John Hendricks is in there at quarterback. Offsides called. Who's it on? The Aviators. They'll move it a little bit closer. It looks like it was on the 3-yard line. Now it will be at the 1.5-yard line. But John Hendricks is still in there. And John Hendricks might take this one up the gut. You see what it is. Hendricks set. He gets the snap. He'll take it. He powers. Is he in? The extra push, no, he's stuffed. Here's another look at that one. The linebacker jumping over the pile, Aiden Purdue jumping over the pile and stuffing Jonathan Hendricks at the line of scrimmage. Being no gain, 2nd and 1. They go back to the regular heavy man formation. Birch at quarterback, Noggle in the backfield. Be a handoff to Noggle. Will he get in? No, he will not. Purdue, the first one there to tackle him. And now it's 3rd and 1. The Comets are in some dangerous waters here.
Yeah, you got to think about what they're going to try to do here. Are they going to stick to that run that has been working the past couple plays, or are they going to maybe switch it up, maybe play a pass?
Birch set. Handoff to Noggle. Is he in? Close. They signal touchdown Comets. Alex Noggle gets in the end zone, and now it's 13-0 the score here at Dwire Field. After they tried multiple times to get in the end zone, it finally pays off.
Like I was saying earlier, they love to run with their quarterbacks. And this offense, it's pretty confusing when it gets to that point, and that's the whole point of them trying to run that kind of offense.
Well, here's the confusing part. You have one of your backup quarterbacks playing running back. So I wouldn't be surprised if they try to go for a little trickery as that one is blocked. It's one of the first extra points this season that Max Gogol is no good at. Obviously, the block playing a pivotal role in that one. But, yeah, I wonder if they're going to have some trick plays with Noggle. Maybe do a little pitch and then a throw by Noggle. As we come back, Comets have a 13-point lead, 4:40 remaining in the first quarter. A lot of penalties so far early in this game. 3 on the Aviators, 1 on the Comets. See Purdue. Purdue was one of the main reasons why it took so long for the Comets to eventually score. You saw him jump the pile on John Hendricks and stall him at the 1-yard line, and then tackling Alex Noggle pretty much at the line of scrimmage the next play to stop the Comets from scoring. Gogol is set back to kick it back off to the Aviators. And here he comes, the run and the swing of the leg. That one will sail out of the back of the end zone for a Comet touchback.
If you're Sycamore here, with this offense, you're probably going to want to try getting that pass game going. That's the only way you're going to have a chance to come back in this game, be able to get some points on the board, and just get the offense rolling for the last couple quarters.
Be Thompson back in the backfield. Walker behind him. Right out Branham, and he runs into a brick wall. And that will be maybe a gain of 1, and it will be a gain of 1. 2nd and 9 now at the 21-yard line. Talk about the battle of the skies, the Aviators and the Comets. Comets getting one of their biggest wins in 2018 as a 30-27 overtime victory over the Aviators at Sycamore. It would be a play action to Branham. Branham makes a one-man miss, and then he is finally tackled by Alex Brown and Darren Knott. They line up to make the tackle. It will be gain of about, I would say, 7. Be 3rd and 2 at the 28-yard line.
As you can see, they love to get it to their best playmaker, Zachary Branham, as he's coming off the field for a quick break. But he is their best playmaker, and they're going to need to get it to him all night if they're going to want a chance in this game.
In the pistol. Thomas, the handoff up the middle. He's hit immediately in the backfield and then finally goes down. In the backfield immediately on the play was Jonathan Hendricks, the senior defensive tackle. Able to swallow him up is the junior Dave Hutton. Saw John Hendricks. He plowed right through that Aviator defensive line. Sorry, offensive line. As a timeout will be called on for the Aviators. The Aviators use their first timeout. 2 minutes and 53 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
As you were saying with Hendricks, I mean, the play before that run, he was nearly close to getting a sack. And he's a huge playmaker for this Comet D-line. And honestly, this whole Comet defense has been great. And they're going to keep that going tonight.
Thomas will jog his way over to the tent to review the drive as the punting unit will be sent out. It will be number 29 off the punt for the Aviators, Daniel Bond, the sophomore. Long of 56, he has pinned 2 times inside the 20 as it is caught by Kelling about the 45. He makes a man miss. And then he is finally tackled about the 48-yard line, 47-yard line. That's where the Comet offense will set up shop again. They've had great field position to start the game so far today. Their worst one being last drive had they started just about the 30-yard line, their own 30, but they were able to score quick.
I was just about to touch on that. I mean, this field position, this special teams has been great this game so far. And this Comet team, I don't expect them to slow down like anytime soon. I expect them to stay aggressive and get this game out of reach so you could put in some of your seniors, get some players in.
Play action. He got Wiggins in the flat. Wiggins will get the first down. He makes a man miss. Inside, he's tackled just before he crosses the 25-yard line at the 26. 1st and 10 for the Comets. Great job there. That's the same play that got the first touchdown for the Comets last week. They do the play action in Noggle, and then right there in the flat is Wiggins.
As you can see, Torian Wiggins, they know he's one of their best playmakers, and they're going to get the ball to him tonight.
Now they jet sweep with Wiggins. Wiggins gets to the outside. Has lead blockers, gets tripped. Just as he crosses the 20-yard line, he'll be tackled down at the 19 for a second and about 8. Sorry, 2nd and 2. Gain of 8.
He was right there. I mean, if he was able to get through that man, not get tripped up, he could have had a touchdown right there.
And offsides as the nose tackle pushes the center, Joey Oscar. Great flop there by Oscar to really sell the offsides. Obviously, that one probably would have been offsides regardless. You'd see, oh, there goes Joey Oscar falling all the way back. Oh, I'm going to have a great time talking to Joey this week after that one. I'm going to really... Hey, man, you should take some acting classes. That was fantastic as Birch looking to throw. Quick throw. Off the hands of the junior wide receiver, number 7, Alex Silly. 2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line. And James, you're in the red zone. It's 2nd and 14 now. You had a first down at the 4. Are you going to run here, or are you going to try to do another pass play?
I feel like, for me, I would try maybe an RPO or some quick thing. Get the ball out of Birch's hands quick, as you see here.
Now they go Noggle on the outside, and he gets maybe 3 yards before he is officially wrapped down. And now it will be 3rd and about 6 or 7 yards. It will be 8 yards at the 12-yard line. As Birch is still getting his signs. Silly to the top of the screen. Wiggins follows him. Wiggins will play in the slot. A tight end, which is Newhouse, and... Sorry, it's not Newhouse. It's actually Evan Lang. As Birch will take it to the outside. Gets a key block, and he will walk in. Comet touchdown. D'Angelo Birch. Another one for his Comet career, Comet season. Touchdown, Comets.
Those were great blocks on that play. I mean, giving your quarterback enough time, get around the blocks, get around the other defensive players, being able to get room for that touchdown. I mean, this offensive line, they've been blocking for their life today.
The key block there was on the outside, number 77, Lennon Aguilar, the tallest player on this Comet team. He has been phenomenal this year at the tackle position. He had a little bit of a rough half against Springboro, and this is what he actually told me. We have an English class together, and he said the knee braces were what was causing the problems. So at the second half of the game, I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm going to take them off, and he has been phenomenal since taking them off. He's been able to move so freely, and that's kind of why he's been so good this season.
Exactly, and with his size, there's a lot he can do when it comes to blocking, and it's a lot of help when you're an offensive line that, in an offense that loves to run with their quarterback.
The officials discussing something at the 2-yard line. See the student section tonight. A neon-themed night here at Dwire Field. Comets really cheering on, the Black Hole really cheering on these Comets, hoping for a possible home playoff game. Obviously, everything goes into it. Fairfield really just needs to lose tonight. If Fairfield loses tonight and the Comets are able to get the win, then it will be automatic locked for a home playoff game here at Dwire Field, as the Comet defense will come back on. 20-0, 49 seconds remaining in the first quarter. James, the Sycamore offense needs something. Are you going to see if you can dial up a pass? The Comet secondary has not been great this season. Are you going to think maybe dial up a quick pass here?
Exactly. I mean, what you're saying about that Comets secondary, they've been very inconsistent. I mean, some games they'll have really good games. Some games they'll not have a pretty good day.
In there first was number 55, Jonathan Hendricks, and then pushed all the way back was a sea of Comet defenders. Alex Brown, Juan Bates, Brian O in there, as well as Dave Hutton. You can see the replay. John Hendricks able to wrap him up, and then officially everybody else flying to the ball. Something Coach McCullough, the defensive coordinator for this Comet team, preaches a lot is 9-5-9. 9 helmets within 5 yards of the ball 90% of the time.
That's a great motto. I mean, that really does represent what this Comet defense has been doing all year.
Thomas in the shotgun with a sidecar running back as a time, and that will actually run out the rest of the quarter. That'll be the end of the first quarter here at Dwire Field. We'll go ahead and head to a break. When we get back here, second quarter action between the Mason Comets and the Sycamore Aviators. Stay tuned here on ICRC.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
I surrender.
All right, pal. Get ready for the day, buddy.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Do we have a gun?
What's that?
Do we have a gun?
Brother James Froelich as the pass for Thomas, incomplete, intended for, looks like number 18, Braylon Walker, the junior receiver. Throws it just over the head. That one could have been a big-time gain there for the Aviators.
Exactly. They had the right idea there. I mean, start getting that passing game going against this Comet secondary that hasn't been that consistent all year. And I feel like you got to keep the pass game going. I mean, that play, it was a good play. It just didn't quite work out, but you want to stay away from this defensive line, and as long as your offensive line are able to keep those guys hold, give your quarterback time, they can really get this passing game going this drive.
It is loud here at Dwire. Thomas in the backfield. A blitz coming. They roll him out. The throw is caught at the first down marker, and he will be getting a first down at the 31-yard line. First down, Aviators. They add him 3rd and 14. Gives up a 15-yard pass.
Right, what I was just saying earlier before that play. I mean, if you're able to give your quarterback time, give him time to make a play, keep the ball alive, they can get some really good pickups and good first downs with this receiver core that they have.
There is an injured player down for the Aviators on the far side of the field. We look at the injured player down. It looks like it is number 38, DeMonte Burton, the senior running back. Grabbing at the leg area Hopefully he is all good here. Maybe just a cramp, hopefully. The Comets already out to a 20-point lead over the Aviators, and it obviously the last play right there has shown the weakness of this Comet team. They have not been very, very sound at all in the secondary this season, and they'll be the first ones to admit it. They have not. They already know that they haven't been that sound, and they are hoping that hopefully this game can really help them out a little bit confidence-wise.
Yeah, this passing defense last in the GMC when it comes to allowing yards. They've allowed 203 yards per game when it comes to passing. And back to what I was saying about this Comet secondary not being that consistent.
First down carry for number 26, Evan Leader, the junior running back. He gets about 11 yards and running over a player in the secondary. It was number 2, Emerson Bikey, still able to bring him down. And hand it off to him again. He'll get maybe 3 yards. Alex Brown trips him up. Be another tackle for the senior Brown. Now he could probably catch up. Max Rhodes is the leader in the GMC in tackles. He is pretty much out for the season with a foot injury. And man, that a rough loss there for the Oak Hills Highlanders. They go with the speed option. They give it outside. And he is met immediately. The ball's out. But it will stay with the Aviators. It was Branham, the sophomore, that was out there on the pitch. You see the fake. And then Alex Brown hits him hard. And then Darren Knotts fills it and tackles him for just about no gain. 3rd and 8. Ball at the 46-yard line of the Aviators. Thomas goes to sidelines to get the play call. Third and 8. Aviators. Play action. Looks to throw over the middle. Incomplete. Intended target was Tommy Hawk, the senior tight end. And the quarterback, Thomas, was obliterated as he threw that ball. He got his own running back pushed into him by John Hendricks, someone that we have mentioned so many times already tonight. He picks up the running back and throws him into Thomas.
Great play. I mean, this Comet defense, they've been playing great so far during this game. I mean, led by Alex Brown.
Back to punt is Thomas, it looks like. He lets it go. Kelling lets it bounce out of bounds just about the 35-yard line is where the official, it's the 36-yard line is where the official will mark it out. That one did not look like it went out at the 36-yard line. I thought it maybe went out about the 29-yard line at very least for the Comets. But great starting field position for the Comets again. Birch and the offense come back out. They have scored on the last 3 possessions. Obviously, they missed the extra point when it was blocked by the Aviators. Birch still out there at quarterback. McBarry in the backfield. Wiggins towards the bottom of the screen. Silly at the top of the screen. Birch in the pistol. Motions Wiggins over. He'll pitch it to McBarry. McBarry drops it. Trying to make something out of nothing. He reverses field. Makes a man miss. There he goes. He goes up towards the middle. He makes another man miss. He goes to the outside. There he goes. 30, 25, 20, 15. He tries to cut back in to the 10-yard line. Cannon McBarry makes something out of nothing, kid. Great job. He fumbles the pitch and then takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. And the Comets are in prime position.
What a play. I mean, when you look at this replay, they were in so much trouble. But this Sycamore defense, they couldn't get his hands on him. Turns to the other side, cuts back in, just goes all the way.
Birch will hand it off to McBarry again. There he goes, cuts in the middle, gets close to the goal line. He's about 2 yards short. He gets close to another first down. He will not get it. Actually tackled at the 6-yard line. Be second and about 2. Sorry, that would be the 3-yard line is where he was tackled down at. McBarry still in the backfield. Looks like they're going to try to give it to him. He takes it. Touchdown, Comets. Cannon McBarry. Another touchdown. Have yourself a drive. Takes the broken play to start the drive and then takes it all the way down to the 11 and then able to punch it in for another Comet touchdown. 26-0 is the current Comet lead.
I mean, McBarry, the senior, we've been saying his name all drive, and he is such an explosive player. Doesn't get as much as flowers because of Brandon Birdsong, the lead back. But this game, senior night, what a game to be able to be such an explosive player in a big lead like this.
We're waiting to put on another person, as now a penalty marker will be called, and it's a delay of game on the Comets. They will push him back 5 yards for the extra point. Obviously still in Max Gogol extra point range. He is probably one of the best legs the Comets have had in years, and probably one of the best legs the GMC has seen in years. Obviously, the kicker for Lakota West drilled that 56-yard field goal earlier this season. And then last week, Middletown's kicker able to hit a 50-yard field goal to take the Middletown title for longest kick in history. The extra points up and good. 27-0 is the Comet lead over the Aviators. And a great drive at that. I mean, Cannonberry drops the pitch, picks it up, and goes all the way. .8:55 remaining in the first half.
I mean, Trevor, if you're Sycamore here, how do you get yourself back in this game?
I think you can really change how this game can go with one big play. One big play could really change this game. Obviously, a deep ball from your quarterback to a wide open receiver could change it. Anything really, any big play could change it. Obviously, we've seen their ability to try to run the ball so far today. That could change. That could change the game pretty significantly. As score update, Lakota West and East knotted at 7 in the second quarter. Tackled down at the 21-yard line, as there is a penalty marker on the field at the 45-yard line. What will it be? Will it be on the Comets or will it be on the Aviators? They're discussing it. See what the referees will decide. There was a little chippiness between an Aviator player and a Comet player. Personal foul, it looks like, on the Aviators. Now, push them back 15 yards. So now they're all the way back to about the 10-yard line is where the Aviators will set up shop. 8:49 remaining in the first half. Branham's in the slot. Thomas at quarterback. Thomas looking to pass. Far side, has a man wide open, incomplete pass. Intended for number 19, Ziante Smoot.
I mean, if you're Ty Thomas, the quarterback here, I mean, your mentality here has to be positive. I mean, you have to get positive yards. You have to put some points on the board on this drive. Because with how this Comet offense has been playing, it's going to be hard for that defense to stop. So Ty Thomas, they have to try to put some points on this board, get this game somewhat close again.
Thomas in the backfield. 2 wide receivers to the top of the screen. 1 to the bottom. The throw towards the top. Smoot got it. And then he is finally tackled out of bounds about the 25-yard line. Tackled down by number 16 for the Comets, Jason Lewis, the junior corner.
Yeah, great route by Smoot. I mean, just able to get open for your quarterback. Give your quarterback an option to play the ball. Just get some yards, get a first down here, and the Sycamore offense can get some really good momentum.
Two receivers and a tight end to the bottom of the screen. Thomas looks to throw. He'll step up in the pocket. He'll take off, and he is crushed by Lewis. Gains about 6 yards. It will be 2nd and 3. Be 2nd and 4 for the Aviators after a gain of 6 by the quarterback, Thomas. Bottom of the screen is number 12, Egan and Braun. Be a handoff to, no, it kept it himself as Thomas, and he is tackled maybe after a gain of 1. Tackled on the play by number 15, Dave Hutton. He's having another great game so far.
This Sycamore offense, I mean, ever since those couple pass plays, they've been starting to slow down this offense a little bit. That can be a problem when it comes to this Comet defense, giving them time to be able to recognize or make a play right here.
And it's going to be an offsides on the Comets. Alex Brown, the guilty party on that one. The 37-yard line is where it will be first down for the Aviators. 6:50 remaining in the first half. The bubble screen incomplete. Braun, the intended target, overthrows him. And then what a great arm there by Thomas. He overthrows a bubble screen that was probably about 10 yards away.
I mean, they've been trying those RPOs, those bubble screens all game, and there's been just a couple miscompletions when it comes to that, with just some miscommunication, some not so great throws. They have to clean that up if they want to get back in this game sooner rather than later.
Looking to throw is Thomas, and he is scooped up. Juan Bates in there, and he'll get the sack. In there as well was number 32. It was A.J. Kaler. 3rd and 12 now for the Comets. For the Aviators.
What a play right there from Bates. I mean, just not letting that quarterback get any space to move. Just locking him down on that outside, getting him down, making this a 3rd and very long, just making it a lot harder for the Sycamore offense to figure out what to do here.
Score update, 7-0 Fairfield, a 54-yard pick six for the Indians. Looking to throw, Bates and Kaler in there again. Thomas in trouble, he'll throw it deep downfield. Incomplete over the head of the intended target, number 14, Trenton Meadows. His brother played last year for the Aviators team. Trey Meadows, he had the only touchdown for the Aviators in that game, as now the punting unit will be sent out once more for the Aviators.
McCullough, the defensive coordinator, with a great play call there, running a little bit of a blitz, not letting that quarterback have any time to be able to move that ball, get the ball out, and great coverage by the secondary.
They sent the punt away. Kelling muffs it. He picks it up at the 20, and he gets to about the 26-yard line. That's actually probably where he touched that ball. Down at the 27-yard line, that's where the Comet offense will set up shop. Again, at their own 27-yard line. Kelling probably lost that one in the bright lights here at Dwire Field.
I mean, we've seen that a couple of times this game, some bad drops and fumbles, but this Comet team, they're resilient. They've been aggressive, and they haven't given up on the play once they get that ball back. They're going to keep that play going, try to make the most out of it.
Birch still at quarterback. Noggle in the backfield at running back. Play action. Has Evan Lang wide open. He gets the first down, and he'll get close to the 45-yard line. He'll get past it at the 46. Dylan Matthews in there. He's getting hyped. Number 56, the guard, getting hyped for his friend Evan Lang for his first reception of the season.
That's what senior night's all about. I mean, getting all of your guys reps, getting all of the seniors a final nod to a great 4-year career as a football player at Mason High School.
There is a penalty marker, false start on the Comets. It'll push them back 5 yards. 1st and 15 now at the 41-yard line, at their own 41-yard line. 4 minutes and 54 seconds remaining in the half. Birch takes it up the middle. There he goes. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, D'Angelo Birch. Shot out like a cannon. Goodbye, you're not catching him. Touchdown, Comets.
I mean, what I was saying earlier about this offensive line, they've just held it up this whole game. This offensive line has been lights out.
It's a penalty marker on the field. What will it be? This is on the Comets. It's going to be devastating. Joey Oscar is excited. Personal foul on the Aviators. The touchdown will stand. D'Angelo Birch has his longest one of the year. A 59-yard rushing touchdown for the senior quarterback transferring back to Mason after 2 years at Princeton.
Back to what I was saying. I mean, this offensive line has been lights out all game. They've been holding this defense to not have any room to be able to stop any run. And D'Angelo Birch, he took that advantage, and he was able to make the most out of it. And senior night, great way to finish off a great regular season as a Mason Comet. One last time.
Senior Vinicus Ramos in there to kick. His extra point is up, and it is perfect down the middle. His first career extra point as a Mason Comet, and the Comets are letting him know. Great job there, buddy. Great job there for Ramos getting his first career extra point. As there's a potential for a running clock here now. The Comets only have 4 minutes of possession time with 34 points on the board.
I mean, this is what you want to see if you're a Comet fan. I mean, this is Battle of the Skies, too. Think of it. Like, one of the biggest rivalries in the GMC. And this Comet offense really lived up to the hype coming around to this game, taking all the advantages and openings that Sycamore has given them and just making the most of it.
Absolutely. Gogol will go kick it off. Now, Dylan Matthews in there on kickoff team, a lineman. You don't really see linemen on the kickoff team much. The senior, as Gogol's kick is away. I love Dylan Matthews. Dylan Matthews is a great person to be around, and he is hype right now running off the field. Man, that is something that I cannot. Man, the emotions for the guy is a lot right now.
I mean, this is exactly what senior night's about. I mean, when you have a huge dominating lead like this, it's always a lot of fun to throw your seniors into some places where they could just go out there, play some football, have some fun out there.
They're showing the Sycamore pep band for tonight, traveling here to Mason. Thomas still in there at quarterback. He'll hand it off. And that is going to be a gain of 1. They just announced it here. It is going to be a running clock. The only things that will stop the clock are timeouts and touchdowns. The Comet defense has been stellar tonight. Riddick Blakely in, the senior. He is a projected Game 1 starter for the linebacking core. And Dave Hutton came in and was stellar in his season debut. The throw from Thomas is too high for Smoot at the top of the screen. 3rd and 9 now for the Aviators. The Comets with another chance to get off the field defensively.
The past 2 or 3 drives, I mean, this Sycamore offense, they've had the right idea when it comes to how to run this offense when you're at this point of this game. I mean, Ty Thomas, he's making the right reads. He's just not getting those throws where he needs to. And that's just been the point with Sycamore all season, just having a lot of those miscues and a lot of that not comfort when it comes to these kind of situations.
Thomas looking to throw. The throw to Smoot is a pass interference at the top of the screen on number 20, Davin Bestway. And that will go ahead and be an Aviator first down. I don't know if I agree with that one there. Called on Messway. He maybe got there a tad early, but I feel like he was there in time in the eventual pass interference called on him.
Yeah, I mean, it can get a little bit risky when you're putting your hands on the back around the time when the ball is about to come in. But just an unlucky play right there, and he's going to try to get that back right now.
Just under 2 minutes remaining in the half. 3 receivers at the bottom of the screen. They'll throw the slant. It's caught in the middle of the field. Number 3, Patrick Fleming had a read on it. He knew it was going to Meadows, but Thomas was able to pump fake it and then throw it afterwards after Fleming was already in the air for a Aviator first down. The Aviators will use their second time out of the half as they are at midfield now, 1st and 10. And James, Comets have a 34-point lead. They are running all over this Aviator team. They do not get the ball at half. Are you going to try to stop them here, maybe try to get the ball back and score one more time before half? Or are you going to try to, they can march a little bit, but then we'll stop them and then they can have the ball at half?
Yeah, I mean, try to hold them to the kind of position they're at right now. Don't try to do too much. Don't try to do something that might not be comfortable for you. Just keep this team around this area in the midfield, maybe a little bit forward, but just hold this out until the half.
Thomas in the backfield. Looking to throw again. The throw towards the top of the screen, incomplete pass. Intended for Smoot again. Davin Messieu in coverage. One last time. The senior has had a lot of opportunities this season on the outside at corner.
When you think about the running clock now being a factor, how do you think Sycamore is now going to try to play with this running clock at this point and later in the second half?
I think they're going to try to not do what they just did right there, which was a sack. A.J. Kaler, John Hendricks, Brian, the entire defensive line was in on that sack, you could say. I mean, John Hendricks was the first one there. Kaler, Bates, and O were all in that one, and then you see John Hendricks do his little dance after the sack as there's an injured player down. That is number 12, Juan Bates. Maybe a cramp. It looks like that is a cramp in his calf.
Yeah, this defensive line does not make it easy at all for quarterbacks to be able to try to scramble or try to get out of the pocket. I mean, they close the opposing quarterbacks really well, and it's been a rough night for Thomas.
A rough night indeed for Thomas, a rough season for Thomas. He has been sacked a lot this year. They decide to go with the nickel formation. They put John Hendricks out there at end with A.J. Kaler and Brian O on the inside. Meadows at the bottom of the screen. Looking to throw. The pass is caught by Meadows, the aforementioned Meadows, and then he is finally tackled by Emerson Bikey and Brandon Birdsong, who spent most of his year on the offensive side. Looks like the Colerain Cardinals have a 3-point lead on the Hamilton Big Blue, as it is 3-0 for the Cardinals. Timeout there by Sycamore, their final of the half. 4th and 4 at the 44. They need the 40 to get a first down. James, the Comets defense needs something. What can they get here?
I mean, coming up end of the half, just hold them. I mean, don't let them get this first down, because if you can get a really good 4th down stop, it might not seem like a lot, but that is a lot of momentum going into the next half. And while they've been playing lights out, it just makes it even better. And ending with a great defensive performance heading into the playoffs, that's exactly what you want if you're this Comet team and if you're a fan.
Looking to throw. Deep ball. Far side. Smoot. Intended, and a pass interference called on Messway again. You can see Thomas winding up for that one, throwing it deep. I don't know about that one. That one was a little close. As you can see the replay one last time, the throw, and you can see Messway, he's looking around. I don't agree with that one there, James. I feel like the wide receiver was already going out of bounds.
Exactly. I mean, he kind of had his hands out, but the wide receiver, he was already basically on the line at that point. But I mean, if you're the Sycamore offense, playing a long ball like that with this little seconds, I mean, it's not that good of a play. I mean, unless you have a timeout on the board because of this running clock.
And the Comets used their use one of their first timeouts. The game clock in the stadium says 0 seconds remaining in the half. I wonder if they called the timeout with a second left. See, maybe the Aviators want to go for a long field goal attempt or maybe kind of a Hail Mary attempt. I would say you put in your nickel defense and you put 3 high safeties. You play prevent here. You're only rushing 3. You're rushing John Hendricks, Juan Bates, AJ Kaler. And even that, you might just rush 2.
Exactly. I mean, when you have those big guys on that defensive line, it's pretty easy for them to get to the quarterback.
They're still rushing 3. They have Tristan Newhouse and Kaler at ends. John Hendricks playing nose tackle, playing prevent. 2 safeties stand at the goalposts. The deep ball intended out of bounds. He is way out of bounds when he catches that one, and that one should end the half. And it will. That will end the first half. The Comets offense explode with a 34-point first half. You can see Cannonberry's amazing run after he fumbles the pitch, takes it all the way to the 11-yard line. He later scores. And then obviously D'Angelo Birch scoring twice so far in this game. The Comets have a 34-point lead. We go to halftime. When we are back, the remainder of the Battle of the Skies and senior night here at Dwire Field.
First item of business is a presentation, which is a swearing in of a new officer.
A Free-on Mayor with Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus.
Merry Christmas. Brings himself inside the 10. Touchdown, Marymount. From the top of the key, Anna Habra ties the score.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
I surrender.
All right, pal. Get ready for the day, buddy.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Do we have a gun?
What's that?
Do we have a gun?
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
CWX.
you're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right seat.
All right, I'm in the house.
Okay, what do you see?
Nothing yet. Hold on. I think I just heard something. I'm heading upstairs.
Okay, I am almost there.
I'm in the bedroom.
Okay.
Oh, shit. It's not here.
What?
The gun's not here.
What do you mean? Where is it?
Cameron, are you in there? Open the door. Cam! Come on, Cameron.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right seat.
All right, I'm in the house.
Okay, what do you see?
Nothing yet. Hold on. I think I just heard something. I'm heading upstairs.
Okay, I am almost there.
I'm in the bedroom.
Okay.
Oh, shit. It's not here.
What?
The gun's not here.
What do you mean? Where is it?
Cameron, are you in there? Open the door. Come on, Cameron.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
How you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason.
Thank you.
A place to make my own, a place that I call home, this place that I call home.
Have you ever helped a fellow veteran?
Yes. I do my best reaching out to my brothers and sisters in arms.
Have you ever asked for help yourself?
Most of us, we're not gonna admit that we need to help.
You don't have someone to kind of help you guide those thoughts. It can be really bad.
It's just a beautiful space when someone can trust you and say, listen, I need help.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
you're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
People couldn't see my potential, so I had to show them.
I've run this place for 20 years, but I still need to prove that I'm more than what you see on paper.
day, I'm the CEO of my own company.
It's the way my mind works. I have a very mechanical brain.
Why are we not rethinking this?
I am more.
I'm more than
who I am on paper.
Can't believe you're doing this alone.
I've done it before.
I remember. You threw your back out. How you holding up?
Hand me that board.
Nothing wrong with getting help.
I'm good.
I did it when Felicia left.
I'll figure it out.
I know you will, but you don't have to do it alone. That's all I'm saying.
If I promise to look into it, will you drop it and help me build this fence?
Now you need my help.
It can be a real pain sometimes, you know that?
Mm-hmm. If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
All right, our first item of business is a presentation, which is a swearing in of a new officer.
A Frise Mayor with Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus.
Merry Christmas. Brings it himself inside the 10. Touchdown, Marymount. From the top of the key, Anna Habra ties the score.
We welcome you back here. A little halftime recap as the first handoff to Torian Wiggins goes the distance for a Comet touchdown. That's how the brigade of Comet touchdowns started here today.
The run to Alex Noggle. The great run through the middle. Offensive line playing great tonight. And, yeah, they've just been able to keep this defense a hold.
Then D'Angelo Birch, one of his 2 touchdowns on the night. A quarterback draw that he takes the distance himself. A great block there by Lennon Aguilar on the edge. And then we are going to go ahead. We have a sideline report for Daniel Panetti here. We'll go ahead and send it down to him. Daniel, what you got?
Thanks, guys. I was out on the Mason sideline for most of the first half there, and I got to talk to Jamie and Martin, the receiver of the Mason Comets. He told me they're experimenting with the running back, Brandon Birdsong, and moving him into the secondary at cornerback. Birdsong, who's mainly been a running back, has that athletic threat of being in the secondary, and with a Comets secondary that's been struggling this season, he could potentially bring a spark to what this team could need going into the playoffs. As well, Dylan Matthews, an offensive guard, a right guard going in on kickoff there in the first half. Rarely do you see an offensive lineman getting in that case. The sideline was going crazy for him. The black hole was chanting his name. After the kickoff, he came back out to the sideline, arms ablaze, having all the fun in the world that you could have on senior night. The fans and the team were having such a great moment with him. It's what you love to see on football. Your last regular season game, you're able to have that moment. Awesome dare for Dylan. Send it back to you guys.
Thank you, Daniel. As we'll go ahead, and that's the end of the halftime report here. We'll head to another break when we get back here. The remainder of the game, second half action here at Dwire Field.
How you doing?
Hey, Mason. Hey, Mason.
Thank you.
A place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home.
Have you ever helped a fellow veteran?
Yes. I do my best reaching out to my brothers and sisters in arms.
Have you ever asked for help yourself?
Most of us, we're not gonna admit that we need to help.
You don't have someone to kind of help you guide those thoughts. It can be really bad.
It's just a beautiful space when someone can trust you and say, listen, I need help.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. Prediabetes does. 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, but with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. And you can change the outcome. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test today. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org.
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. Not wondering anymore. Love, your mind.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
People couldn't see my potential, so I had to show them.
I've run this place for 20 years, but I still need to prove that I'm more than what you see on paper.
Today, I'm the CEO of my own company.
It's the way my mind works. I have a very mechanical brain.
Why are we not rethinking this?
I am more.
I'm more than
who I am on paper.
Can't believe you're doing this alone.
I've done it before.
I remember. You threw your back out. How you holding up?
Hand me that board.
Nothing wrong with getting help.
I'm good.
I did it when Felicia left.
I'll figure it out.
I know you will, but you don't have to do it alone. That's all I'm saying.
If I promise to look into it, will you drop it and help me build this fence?
Now you need my help.
It can be a real pain sometimes, you know that?
Mm-hmm.
If If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
All right, I'm in the house.
Okay, what do you see?
Nothing yet. Hold on. I think I just heard something. I'm heading upstairs.
Okay, I am almost there.
I'm in the bedroom.
Okay.
Oh, shit. It's not here.
What?
The gun's not here.
What do you mean? Where is it?
Cameron, are you in there? Open the door. Cam! Come on, Cameron.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way. My kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Can't believe you're doing this alone.
I've done it before.
I remember. You threw your back out. How you holding up?
Hand me that board.
Nothing wrong with getting help.
I'm good.
I did it when Felicia left.
I'll figure it out.
I know you will, but you don't have to do it alone. That's all I'm saying.
If I promise to look into it, will you drop it and help me build this fence?
Now you need my help.
It can be a real pain sometimes, you know that?
Mm-hmm.
If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
People couldn't see my potential, so I had to show them.
I've run this place for 20 years, but I still need to prove that I'm more than what you see on paper.
Today, I'm the CEO of my own company.
It's the way my mind works. I have a very mechanical brain.
Why are we not rethinking this?
I am more.
I'm more
than who I am on paper.
All right, our first item of business is a presentation, which is a swearing in of a new officer.
A Freestone Mayor with Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus.
Merry Christmas. Brings it himself inside the 10. Touchdown, Merrymont. From the top of the key, Anna Habra ties the score.
How you doing?
Hey, Mason. Mason.
Thank you.
I finally found a place to make my own, a place that I call home, this place that I call home.
Have you ever ever helped a fellow veteran?
Yes.
I do my best reaching out to my brothers and sisters in arms.
Have you ever asked for help yourself?
Most of us, we're not gonna admit that we need to help.
You don't have someone to kind of help you guide those thoughts. It can be really bad.
It's just a beautiful space when someone can trust you and say, listen, I need help.
We are back here at Dwire Field. The Comets have a outstanding lead, 34-0 over the Aviators in the Battle of the Skies senior night here at Dwire Field. I'm Trevor Rose here with my broadcast partner, James Froelich. James, the game has been all Comets, really, and that's all you can really say.
Oh, yeah. I mean, during this past first half, this Comet offense has been electric. Only 4 minutes of total time of possession, and if that's not an electric and explosive offense this game, I don't know what is. I mean, this Sycamore defense hasn't been able to get it together so far, and this offense has to start something here.
It was muffed at the goal line when it goes through the end zone. They'll still label it a touchback. Running clock here for the remainder of the game until the margin is less than 30 points. The Comets had 234 rushing yards on 13 carries tonight. The quarterback still is Ty Thomas for the Aviators. They'll hand it off to Barham. And he is swallowed immediately in the backfield. And there was number 93, Jack Williams.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about that play. I mean, this defensive line, they're already on a huge momentum push. And honestly, you have to start passing the ball if you want to get back in this game. Just give yourself time, give yourself options. Because as you see there, I mean, this defensive line is able to light up any single run play.
And this isn't even your number one defensive line in right now. A handoff to Barham again, and he is stuffed immediately once more. It was number 24 there. That was Riddick. Blakely, the senior linebacker. You can see the replay here. He comes in hard and brings him down. 3rd and 8 now for the Aviators. Two receivers to the bottom of the screen, one to the top, and a tight end wing. One running back in the backfield. That's Branham. Looking to throw. The throw across the middle, incomplete. Intended for Meadows at the top of the screen. Thomas's pass incomplete, and that should surely send on the punting unit for the Aviators.
Yeah, I mean, this is just continuing what has been the whole first half. I mean, an offense that hasn't been able to pretty much do anything. They haven't been able to pass. I mean, they've had a couple plays here and there where they've gotten pretty good yardage, first downs, and they also haven't been able to run the ball at all. So, if anything here, I mean, they have to clean it up if they even want a chance, minimal chance at this game.
Back deep to return, as it will be downed by the Aviators about the 40-yard line. And officially be their own 39. And their quarterback is still 18, D'Angelo Birch. No, they will not go with D'Angelo Birch. They'll go Alex Noggle. Kenny McBerry is back there at running back. Noggle. Play action. He'll take it himself up the middle. He'll get about 4 before he is tackled down. 2nd and 6 now for the Comets. Up to the 45-yard line. penalty marker, holding, offense, push him back. It'll be 1st and 20 now. It was called, it looked like, on Aiden Sheehan, number 85. First and 20 now at the 30. Move Evan Lang and Sheehan over. They hand it off to McBerry. He makes a cut up the middle, and he's swallowed at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 20 now for the Comets. Second and 20, Noggle still in at quarterback, and McBerry to his hip. Noggle looking to pass. It will be a screen to McBerry. He has a lot of green grass. He makes one man miss, and now he's close to a first down. They'll mark him down about the 47-yard line. It will be 3rd and 3 for the Comets.
I mean, when you look at this replay, he's been one of the most explosive players of the night, and they're just going to keep giving him that ball because he's one of the players of the game right now.
Noggle gets the first down on the quarterback Power. Powers through, gains about 5. First down for the Comets. They've scored on every single offensive drive today. This one is probably their longest offensive drive today.
Yeah, I mean, when they've had such good field position, it makes sense why they've had this little possession time and just lots of points on the board.
Offsides on the Aviators. It'll be 1st and 5 at the 38 of the Aviators. Silly at the bottom of the screen. At the top of the screen, number 2. A handoff to McBerry. McBerry tries to make something. He'll finally get thrown over after a gain of about 3. It'll be 2nd and 2 now. And there's an injured player down for Sycamore. Right at the 35-yard line, 5:54 remaining in the 3rd quarter. James, the Comets, obviously the offense has been clicking all day. The defense has been doing a great job as well. If you're the Comets here, you're second in about 2 or 3 yards. Are you going pass here, maybe try to deep ball, maybe try to break a top over the offense, or are you just trying to get the first down?
I mean, you could kind of go anything here. I mean, whatever you do, the clock will keep running unless you get a touchdown. But I'd say you just try to get that first down. Just keep working the clock maybe a little more plays, more possession time. Make the Sycamore defense just kind of stay on their heels a little bit.
Honestly, I am all for a deep ball attempt here for the Comets. If they can maybe try to get a deep ball to work, as the injured player was number 99 for the Aviators. Abdelare walks off under his own power. The offense is set and ready to go. Noggle's still at quarterback. They subbed out the senior Birch. His night is more than likely done as Noggle set. Looking to throw. Caught by Silly. He gets a first down and more. He is finally tackled down at the 27-yard line, 28-yard line. First down now for the Comets. 5:30 remaining in the third. The Comets offense, they've kind of spread it out, kind of went more 12 formation with 2 receivers, 2 tight ends in the game, and they've been really handing this ball off mostly to McBarry or keeping it with Alex Noggle.
Yeah, I mean, McBarry, he's been great all game. Why not keep giving him the ball? I mean, as you see here, he keeps making men miss.
There he goes, McBarry. He's finally tackled at the 5. He had 2 aviators in his face pretty much at the line of scrimmage, made both of them miss, and he gets to the outside and gets inside the red zone, inside the 10-yard line. Great blocking by the guys up front. Great way to make people miss. McBarry, I played with McBarry for football from 2nd grade all the way sophomore year. He's a shifty guy. As they hand it off to him again, he goes up the middle, gets maybe 2 yards before he is tackled. Now it'll be 2nd and 5 at the 5-yard line.
I mean, as you see here, what a player he's been today. Just what a player in general. Just smart, shifty, like as you were saying. Just a really great running back, and he's been able to do all the more tonight against this Aviators defense.
Noggle, he'll keep it himself. He'll go up the middle. Touchdown, Comets. Alex Noggle, his 2nd of the night. And the Comets are now extend their lead. It is now 40-0, and the Comets are pouring it on here at Dwire Field. And senior night is going all Comet way. You can watch the replay, great pull around, and then he was able just to run through the man. The man that put the hit on him was number 2, Elijah Morales, the senior defensive back. Noggle runs right through him. Ramos in to kick again. This kick is up, and it is perfect. Right through the upright, splits it 41-0 is the Comet lead. 3 minutes and 22 seconds remaining in third quarter. 19 rushes, 276 yards for the Comets.
I mean, this Comet offense, they've been unstoppable today. I mean, when it comes to this offense, the way that they're able to move around in different parts of an offense, a play style, been able to run the ball, been able to pass a little bit here and there today, but today it's been mainly running the ball, pounding the football at this defense, tiring them out, and it's been working all game.
Kickoff team comes out. Hoogle's still in charge of doing the kickoffs. Dylan Matthews, I can't help but notice it every single time he comes out for KOR. Being the only lineman out here on KOR.
What a great thing to tell people after this game that you got some reps at special teams for the fun of it. I mean, when you're in a blowout like this, it's always great to give the seniors some fun, have them enjoy this time, especially if they haven't gotten much playing time at all this season.
I was talking to DJ Hill earlier this week, and he said that he was potentially going to play tight end in the second half of this game. Meadows returns it. He'll get towards the outside, he gets towards the sideline, and he's officially pushed out of bounds at the 30-yard line, 31-yard line. That's where the Aviators will take their second possession of the half.
I mean, that's a pretty good momentum booster, a little bit. I mean, that's a pretty great run there, getting a good about 20 yards, getting that offense in better field position than they've been in recently. And that's, I mean, if they even have a chance in this game, they're going to have to start it right now.
3 receivers to the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. Thomas looking to throw. Got Snoot right in the middle of the field. Ziante Smoot, number 19 for the Aviators. He's a sophomore wide receiver. Also listed as a defensive back, 6'2", 160. As you can see, no one really knew who was getting the ball. They thought it was going to Meadows, but then Smoot was able to take it. Really confusing there. 3 receivers to the top of the screen. Over the middle is caught. He is taken down just at the 38-yard line. Jonathan Balsley will get the tackle. 1st and 10 at the 38. Aviators throwing the ball so far on this drive.
And that's exactly what you need if you're this offense to get any kind of momentum. I mean, they have to keep this up, though.
Thomas, the throw to the near side is incomplete. Intended target was Smoot, the sophomore receiver. Called his name a lot tonight.
Yeah, the Sycamore offense, they've had a lot of miscommunication when it comes to the passing game, and that's how they haven't really been able to get that going. Thomas with a good amount of not so great throws. He's gotten a couple really good throws this drive, been able to get this offense rolling a little bit.
2 receivers to each side of the screen. Blitz coming. And they get in there, get home, sack for the Comet defense. Another sack. 3rd down and a long way to go. They need to get to the 28-yard line of the Comets. They're at the Comet 47-yard line. They have a long way to go. It's 3rd and 19.
Yeah, I mean, that sack, it's really takes away all that momentum that you kind of build up that drive. And when you're against a defense like this, it's tough as an offensive line that's been struggling all year with being able to protect the quarterback, as you were saying earlier in the first half about him being sacked a lot this season, that it's been tough for the Sycamore offensive line tonight.
And that will be the end of the 3rd quarter. The clock ticked all the way out. 41-0 is the score so far at the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll go ahead and head to a quick break. When we get back here, the remainder of the game, the 4th quarter here from Dwire Field Senior Night Battle of the Skies.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
All right, I'm in the house.
Okay, what do you see?
Nothing yet. Hold on. I think I just heard something. I'm heading upstairs.
Okay, I am almost there.
I'm in the bedroom.
Okay.
Oh, shit. It's not here.
What?
The gun's not here.
What do you mean? Where is it?
Cameron? Are you in there? Open the door. Cam! Come on, Cameron.
4th quarter action here from Dwire Field. 3rd down and 14. Looking to throw is Thomas, and he'll take off. Get close to the 1st down. He's about halfway short. He gets about 9 on the 3rd down rush. If you're just joining in here, my name's Trevor Rose here with my broadcast partner tonight, James Froelich. James, a game the Comets have had all possession so far. Obviously, you can tell on the scoreboard, but not really possession, more just momentum. they only have like 6 minutes of possession time.
Exactly. I mean, this offense, as I was saying earlier, I mean, they've been very explosive, so you don't need that possession time to put up all these points if you're an explosive offense like the Comets have been tonight.
The blitz coming, deep ball for the end zone, incomplete. The Comets will take over on downs at the 34-yard line. You see the replay. Thomas looking for the deep ball. His intended target was the speedster Brom, unable to put it in the breadbasket there. So we're going to go ahead and give some score updates. Fairfield up 10-0 on Oak Hills. Not something that you want to see. But West and East knotted at 14, 11:55 remaining in the third quarter. Obviously, the Comets game being a long way for the Aviators to even try to come back. One more quarter to go at Middletown, 7-0 Aviators as the Layton gets the carry. There he goes, breaking free. He's going to go the distance. 10-5, touchdown Comets. C.J. Layton takes it just about 67 yards for the touchdown.
I mean, C.J. Layton, the junior, just blowing through that gap and just breaking a tackle and just beating the rest of that defense for a huge touchdown.
C.J. Layton, his first touchdown as a Comet. And the Comets lead 47-0 pending the extra point from Ramos. Snap the put down, the swing of the leg is through, but penalty marker on the field. It was offsides. They blow it dead. See if Kastner will decline it or go for it. Go ahead and decline it, and then Ramos will redo it. 343 rushing yards for the Comets on 20 carries. They're averaging close to 17 yards a carry as that one is up and perfect. 48-0 is the Comet lead over the Aviators. 9:15 remaining in the game. 8 minutes and 26 seconds of possession time for the Comets tonight.
I mean, this is the reason the Mason Comets are the #1 rushing offense in the GMC with 188 yards per game when it comes to the running game. And it's because they do it a lot. But being able to do it with your backups on senior night in a blowout like this, it just makes the momentum so much more, exciting. Especially when you're heading into the playoffs in a game like Battle of the Skies, this huge rivalry.
Another score update. Ryder Hooks goes 54 yards for a Lakota East touchdown. 21-14 is lead for East. 7:13 remaining in third quarter. If those stand, Lakota East can secure their first win over Lakota West in just about 6 or 7 years, maybe 8 years. Gogol ready to kick it away as there is a whistle. And now another whistle, and they're good to go. Gogol's kick is up, be fielded by Meadows out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Hamilton up 21-3. They were down 3-0 at half, and then they just exploded so far in the second half. Elder has a 21-0 lead in their game. GCL winners knocking off Moeller, St. X, and LaSalle this season. Obviously, the game that no one expected, really. If you go talk to anyone that watches the GCL, was a upset for Elder to beat Moeller. Elder finishes the season. Their game actually turns final. 10-0 is their record. They have clinched the #1 seed in Region 4. Thomas looking to throw. Has a lot of pressure. It's a screen pass to Barnum. And Branham, he'll get maybe 1 yard, and that's what they will knock it up to be. 2nd and 9 now for the Aviators. In the backfield is Leader with Thomas. 2 receivers each side of the screen. Deep ball, looking. Branham got it, incomplete. He had it and then dropped it.
That's been the problem with this Sycamore offense all game. I mean, they just have not been able to keep a consistency when it comes to big plays. I mean, here and there they've had like a pretty good first down, pretty good conversion, and they just haven't been able to be consistent after that. But this one, they had a really good opportunity to get some big yards, but they just were not able to get it there.
Throw is off the hands of Smoot. Another incompletion for the Aviators, both off of the hands of the intended receiver. You see that one again. Catch, step, throw from Thomas right to the hands of his intended target. And here comes the punting unit for the Aviators. No, they're going to keep the punting unit on the sidelines. They'll go for it. Thomas. 2 receivers to each side of him. They call offsides on the far end. I don't even think he moved. He may, I mean, you could see that he twitches a little bit, but I don't think he ever went across that line of scrimmage.
I mean, yeah, he was fixing his position, it looked like. It looked like he was just fixing the way his foot was planted in the ground. That's a pretty surprising call here.
Maybe they call it on at the top of the screen on number 82, Chris Hubbard, playing in corner. 3 receivers to the top of the screen, looking to throw. Throw is caught by Meadows. He gets the first down and more. Finally tackled. He lost the ball. Goes out of bounds. Still be a first down, though, for the Aviators. Meadow hobbles off the field. He looks injured. See the catch, step, throw there by Thomas. Caught, and man, they're lucky right there that number 19, Smoot, didn't get called for pass interference. If he was 2 seconds early, that could have been called a pass interference.
Yeah, I mean, that would have fell down into the category that's been pretty full all night about the miscues and the miscommunication.
And in there for the sack. That's number 37, Cash Harris, the junior defensive end, to get his first sack of the night. Watch him come off the edge. He gets held pretty much on the edge, but able to get the sack. 2nd down and 15 now at the 35-yard line.
I mean, what a game for this Comet defense. I mean, you could not be playing any better. Just shutting them out. big rivalry game. It's just been a great night for this Comet team overall.
To the outside is Smoot. He has plenty of green grass in front of him. Cuts back inside and is tackled close to the first down marker. Will they give it to him? No, they will not. He's a yard short at the 49-yard line. Wonder if the Comets will dial up some pressure here. See if they can get a tackle for loss on 3rd and 1. Three receivers to the top of the screen. Thomas the throw. In the middle of the field, it's caught for a first down for the Aviators. It was caught by Branham.
I mean, this type of offense, this type of completion play style is what they've pretty much needed all night. I mean, ever since the Comets put up 2-3 touchdowns in the first couple minutes, I mean, Sycamore's needed this kind of offense to click in the beginning, but it hasn't until about now.
Throw over the middle is caught by Branham, and he is shaken up on the field. He was brought down awkwardly, and they're going to go ahead and call the injury timeout. We're going to go ahead and step aside here for a quick break. The Comets up 48-0, 2:56 remaining in the fourth quarter. We'll go ahead and head to a quick break. We'll be back here on ICRC.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
All right, I'm in the house.
Okay, what do you see?
Nothing yet. Hold on. I think I just heard something. I'm heading upstairs.
Okay, I am almost there.
I'm in the bedroom.
Okay.
Oh, shit. It's not here.
What?
The gun's not here.
What do you mean? Where is it?
Cameron, are you in there? Open the door. Cam! Come on, Cameron.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way. My kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
We are back here at Dwire Field. We take another look at the play that had the injured player down. A beautiful throw by Thomas, a beautiful catch. And you can see how awkwardly he goes down on his knee. Prayers out to him, and hopefully he's doing all right. Thomas will look to throw again. Deep ball, fade ball. Incomplete over the head of the intended target. It was number 18, Braylon Walker. Sorry, that'll be number 12, Brady Egan, the senior.
I mean, plays like that have been the problem for this offense all game. I mean, I know I keep saying it, but Ty Thomas, he hasn't had that great of a night. I mean, there's been a lot of open throws that he's just missed, not been able to complete. And this whole Sycamore offense as a whole has not been able to click at all tonight.
Thomas to throw again, wide open target. It's caught. It was Egan again. And that will be a touchdown for the Aviators. That will put the lead to 42, pending the extra point for the Aves. They're going to go ahead and just run the rest of this clock. A minute 44 remaining, as you can see the Aviator student section. Thomas, a beautiful throw. The corner falls down, covering Egan. Going for two are the Aviators to cut the lead to 40. Thomas looking to throw, throws rushed, incomplete pass. It will be 48-6. Minute 13 remaining in the fourth quarter. The Comets on their way to another victorious outcome. They won last week. They are going to look like win tonight. And another touchdown. Lakota East extends the lead. 28-14, a minute 15 left in the third quarter there. 7-6 is the score at Princeton between the Middies and the Vikings. 8 minutes and 31 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Princeton touchdown, the extra point got blocked by the Middies. Cannon McBarry deep for the Comets as well as number 2.
Back to what you were saying about coming off, about this Comet team possibly getting a second straight win tonight. I mean, after that 3-game losing streak in the middle of the season only a couple weeks ago, this Comet team, I mean, they've brought it back. I mean, they've built that momentum back, and this team feels that they are very ready for playoffs.
The kick is away. It will be picked up by McBarry. Makes a man miss, and there he goes, continues churning. And he'll be tackled about the 25-yard line. That's the Comets offense will start there once more. It looks like it will be number 7, Alex Silly, going in at quarterback. Score update, Fairfield still on top of the Highlanders, 10-0 at the end of the third quarter. They're heading into the fourth quarter now. Silly in at quarterback. It looks like they'll just go ahead and knee this clock out. Victory formation, he takes a knee, and that should do it here, folks. The end of the game. The Comets are victorious here tonight on senior night. And what a game it was here, James. I mean, the Comets had full time all game long. 343 rushing yards on the night, 21 carries, and the Comets are victorious on senior night.
Exactly. I mean, the Comet offense, they've been electric all night, and what a game for this Comet team as they're heading into playoffs, looking like how the Fairfield score is right now. Probably not a home playoff game. Still playoff game, though.
Now, here's the thing. Even with this win tonight and a Fairfield win, there's still a chance Comets host a game. And you know what that reason is?
What?
Is if Lakota East wins, that makes the Comets win against Lakota East look even better on their resume and the Harbin points that they get for the game. Obviously, tonight was all about the seniors and this 2026 class and the Battle of the Skies. The trophy is being raised by the Comets. As you can see, the Battle of the Skies trophy, and the Aviators are going to go ahead, head back to the locker room. You can see Birch had himself a great game. The entire Comet team had a great game. I've been Trevor Rose here with my broadcast partner, James Froelich. James, thank you for joining me here tonight.
Thank you, Trevor.
Thank you to ICRC for letting us call this game here tonight. And that will be all here from Dwire Field. Have a great night here. Comets win.